Skating is a way to express yourself. It's just a release. I found something that I could be a part of.
The best way to describe skateboarding, it's the feeling you get when you're skating.
As people are different, skate styles are going to be different. Skateboarding, it's more of an attitude, an approach.
Skateboarding not to really have any sort of rules. It's all creative freedom.
Skate style, that doesn't exist. That will always be changing.
That's like a skater's thought process. It's about the moment.
I know that I'll be doing it forever because it's endless.
I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. I was born there in 1977. I started skating when I was 12. Alaska's obviously has pretty harsh winters. Basically 9 months out of the year you couldn't skate. But what was kind of fortunate about the situation is that 3 months or 4 months out of the year you have so much to do because of the daylight. And I think I got a couple years out of a summer. When I was 14, my father passed away and we moved, started high school in Arizona. Throughout your life, whatever can be maybe either bothering you or whatever it may be, if you go skate, it takes my mind off of anything else that's going on. After my father passed away and stuff, it was like in a way, something of a saving me.
The only thing that was on our mind was skating, getting better, documenting it, just living it.
At that time, skating was such an outcasted thing that we were the kids that weren't into anything else. Like, if you weren't into football or some sort of sports or, being like a favorite kid at school or something, you were a skater.
The wrestlers and the basketball players and the football players, they didn't like us. It was either white boy or punk rock or just misunderstood. We were the outcasts because it's the 80s.
Even through high school and everything, like I sat by myself, I hung out with like some of the graffiti dudes.
Have you thought about, getting a job at UPS like your dad? And I was like, no, I haven't really thought about that at all. I'm just gonna continue this and run with it.
I was with a lot of the kids that were the outcasty kids because I was just different, clearly. So, but I got taken in like skinheads, it was crazy. After they did get me skating and I started getting really good, pretty quick. And so they started taking me. I remember the first time they took me out in sketchy warehouses downtown. But I'm just like, are these dudes gonna kill me? I didn't even know. I didn't know what to expect. But so they just ended up taking me out all the time, and it was cool. I got to learn a lot about their style as well.
A lion from Aesop's Fables. Well, this is kind of my dad's side. That's his name, Charles Luther Ellington. This is my mom's side, Roseanne. That's when I first moved to San Diego. We made our own little tattoo machine. My first skateboard graphic that my friend Esau Andrews did. That's the first skateboard company we started in Arizona. There was one guy, Matt Hensley, it's like people that you really admire at that age in those years of when you want to emulate what they're doing. You're I would want to dress like him or skate and do tricks like him. He wore cut off army shorts, chain wallet, bleach blonde hair. He just that was To me, that was like the coolest thing in the world. As skateboarders, you end up being more unique than the typical person that's into sports, because sports is uniforms, you know? Like as a skater, you don't want to conform to what somebody's telling you to wear or do or when to play or whatever it is. People pick on you or make fun of you for a certain thing or don't accept you for a certain reason. You want to rebel against those people. And at the time I started in the late 80s, early 90s, it was like skating was that.
If you're gonna go try something like kind of wild, you might as well get wild yourself, you know? And I mean, for me, I tend to wear like, I don't know, just like mismatched socks, mismatched shoes and laces and stuff like that. I always rock this Mercedes-Benz emblem. I usually wear a hat, representing San Diego pretty tough lately. This is my newest graphic, which is like a little street rat. And he's got his little Benz emblem. And I don't know, I guess he's got like maybe a broken nose there too. I've broken my nose so many times.
I would go to school looking nice. You know, I wanted to be the fly dude at school. I wanted to look good. I didn't want to look like a dirty skater with holes in my shoes and holes in my pants, dirty shirt, you know, which is typical skate gear.
This is the Poncho Vita. So what it does is, it's a, you know, good size jacket. It could be just a dude that's just cruising around the city and look all fresh. You can bust it open, just like this, and it becomes the poncho status of it. These are like one of my favorite pair of shoes. I looked for those forever. The Jordan 5s. It's like the first pair of Jordans I ever got in my life. I always had companies that I rode for. I can fit into all of them, but I don't feel the need to have to. At the end of the day, style it's not what you wear, it's how you wear it, you know? It's not about a brand, it's how you interpret that brand.
Right.
That's a skate term, it's one up. And you know, it's like show yourself up, but be better than yourself.
I definitely wanted to accomplish something through skating. I never did well in contests. I wish I could have, but I collapsed under pressure.
The risk is pretty heavy because I try to do some things that are like borderline, like maybe you could die if you missed. I'm gonna try this drop off with like some roof into like some marble embankment, and I'm like, okay, please just let me live. And on this last trip to Mexico City, I smashed my face so hard and like lost my tooth. Came back to New York and I'm on the phone with my mom and like, yeah, I like smashed my tooth off the other day, and she was just like, when is it gonna stop?
Both of my parents are gone, so it's like that's always been a push. You can fail even if you try to hang on to be perfect. Accepting the failure and being like, let's go.
I think the essence of just falling down and sort of like failing so often in front of people, your inhibitions are basically gone. And so yeah, I think my emotions are pretty much like out in the open.
People would always be like, why are you doing that white boy sport? I was never brought up to think anything was white or black, fortunately, so that's kind of that's been my advantage.
There are kids that appreciate what I do, you know, and the way I do it in sports and stuff like that. When you think about it, there's no freedom to do anything. Maybe in football, the way a guy dances when he makes a touchdown is the most they can express themselves.
Skateboarding, it's the ability at one moment to not think about anything. It's totally instinctual, 100%.
You slam, you get back up. That's like the most important part. It's not about falling, you know? Like we'll be skating some days and like pedestrians will be around and we'll be skating something. Somebody will take a slam and you just see people laugh, and it's just funny because I'm like, yeah, you probably haven't fallen in so long that you don't understand what it takes to get back up.
That's what skateboarding is about. Your mind is relaxed, your body is pumped, and you know, you just did something that you maybe have never done before, or you know, just something that you know you can do every time, and it just feels great.
You find that feeling in nothing else in life. And eventually, if you continue to do that, people will recognize that.
Yeah, it's like it's just never ending. It's cool. It doesn't let you get that victory. you're always searching to perfect it. So you could do like a kickflip every day for the next year, and every day you're still gonna want to do like a better kickflip.
Skating, it's like a brotherhood. It's a group of people all into something that will look out for each other. And I think skating has always been that way. I don't think it'll ever lose that.